Yes, good afternoon, students. Students, am I audible? Ishita, Prajwal, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let us start with the discussion today. Okay, now as I told you that in yesterday's last class we said about the losses, then the definition of the regulation, uh, open circuit and short circuit is just introduced. And in yesterday's class we talked about kVA, kilovolt ampere, and the derivation of efficiency. So in fact, many more topics has been discussed in today's class because this particular chapter needs much time for the discussion compared to unit number 2 and then unit number 3. So in fact, it is quite impossible to have the discussion of this particular subject within the specific period of 2 hours per week. Like it needs more than 4 hours per week for the discussion if we just really want to understand the basic or fundamentals of electrical engineering. But somehow I have managed the discussion. All the discussions and all the topics are discussed in the classroom. So now, last class where I just want to share the numericals. Okay, I just want to share this particular point. This is what the core type and shell type. Basically, there are two types of single phase transformer. As we have single phase transformer to understand, so this single phase transformer is having two types. One is called as core type and another is called as shell type. Now, what is core type and what is shell type? So basically, core type means the transformer which we have seen in all the discussions. We have seen this kind of transformer where a core has wound with the winding. Means both the sides of the windings are wound with certain turns. Both the sides of the core are wound with certain turns called winding. So here we can say that the winding encircles the core. Winding encircles the core. Whereas you can see in shell type of transformer, shell type means where we are giving the shelter to the winding. Right? We know that what is meant by shelter. Shelter means generally ceiling is given so that the protection can be given to the system. So here that system is nothing but the winding. We have primary winding. So one is called as primary winding and another is called as secondary winding. So both the windings are protected with the help of core. So here we can say that core encircles the winding. And as this core encircles the winding, therefore the type of transformer is called as shell type of transformer. Shell means the shelter is given to the winding. Shelter is given to the okay. So this is called as core type and shell type of transformer. Now other headings are given as single magnetic circuit, whereas it has a double magnetic circuit. Generally, this particular type of transformer core is also referred for parallel magnetic circuit, like series magnetic circuit and parallel magnetic circuit. So this is the type of parallel magnetic circuit. Parallel magnetic circuit. This is the type of series magnetic circuit. This is the type of series magnetic circuit. Now, series magnetic circuit means series magnetic circuit means series magnetic circuit means there is just it is similar to the series electric circuit. Students are still joining. It is basically disturbing me here. Okay, so this series magnetic circuit is similar to series electric circuit. Parallel magnetic circuit is similar to parallel electric circuit. Okay. In series magnetic circuit, current is same. In series electric circuit, current is same. In series magnetic circuit, flux is same. In parallel electric circuit, current divides. In parallel magnetic circuit, flux divides. Okay, fine. So I think all of you please remember that core type of transformer means the winding encircles the core, and shell type of transformer where core encircles the winding. Now, I just want to take numericals on this particular topic, efficiency and maximum efficiency. So before going with the numericals, I just write down the equations. So first equation for efficiency. See, efficiency can be written as power output upon power input multiplied by 100%. Okay. Now, if I say power output is 1000 watt and input power is say 1100 watt. This much is the input power, this much is the output power, right? Okay, you may call it as 1000 volt ampere and 1100 volt ampere, but generally this power factor is considered. So therefore, let us consider output power is 1000 watt and input power is say 1100 watt, or I just make it 1200 watt. For simple calculations, I just make it 1200 watt. Now, find out the efficiency. So efficiency would be 1000 multiplied by 1200 multiplied by 100%. So now this 0 get cancelled, 5 2s are 10, sorry, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12. So what I get is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 means 6 8s are 48. Remainder 2. 6 3s are 18. Remainder 2. 6 3s are 18. Remainder 2, and so on. So multiplied by 100%. So now what is the efficiency? If in percentage form it is asked, then it is 83.34%. This is what the efficiency, if the output power is 1000 watt and input power is 1200 watt. Okay. So this is a kind of numerical. There may be this kind of numerical, simple numerical in the examination. Okay, then let us say if we have, okay, what are the types of losses? Okay, another equation I just read. Now efficiency can also be written as, जैसे कल की क्लास में हमने देखा था, efficiency is given by small n multiplied by, now transformer rating is in volt ampere, so n into VA multiplied by 1000, generally kilovolt ampere रहता है, so it is to convert that kilovolt ampere to volt ampere to 1000 multiplied by power factor, that is cost factor. So output upon input, so this is nothing but the output, and into VA into 1000 is nothing but the output, divided by n into VA into 1000 multiplied by cos phi. Those who are there in the classroom, just write down this formula. It has already been discussed in yesterday's class, but as we have to solve the numericals, so therefore you need to have this particular formula for the solving numerical. Okay, so this is one way. Another way of finding the efficiency. This is another way of finding the efficiency. Okay, now one more efficiency can be said, like eta max. अब मैंने कल क्लास में आपको बोला था कि what is the condition for maximum efficiency? If I ask you what is the condition for maximum efficiency, so your answer will be, sir, core loss is equal to copper loss. Core loss is equal to copper loss. That is what the condition for maximum efficiency, and it is already given in the derivation. Okay? Then eta max, it is equal to VA max multiplied by 1000 multiplied by cos phi divided by VA max multiplied by 1000 multiplied by cos phi plus 2 times iron loss. 2 times iron loss, because iron loss is equal to copper loss. So replace that copper loss by iron, you get 2 Pi plus Pi. And what is 2 plus Pi plus Pi? It is 2 times Pi, right? So core loss is equal to copper loss. What is another name for core loss? Do you know what is another name for core loss? It is iron loss. Another name for core loss is iron loss. What is another name for copper loss? Winding loss. Copper loss. Another name for copper loss is winding loss. So core loss is equal to iron loss. Copper loss is equal to winding loss. Okay. Now here this VA max is mentioned. So that KVA max is equal to, the derivation is already given in the condition for maximum efficiency and efficiency. Okay, so you just go through that particular topic, because we don't have sufficient time to have the discussion, and 2 hours per week is impossible to have discussion on basic electrical engineering. So this is KVA multiplied by PI upon full load copper loss. So these equations are important. This is your equation 1. This is your equation number 2. This is your equation number 3. And this is what the condition. So we already had a discussion on this condition for maximum efficiency. So guys, we have to go through this. And at least the electrical, mechanical and electronic student has to understand this topic. So the topic is not difficult. The only thing is we need to have time to read out the contents. And hence we have to have the time to discuss the details about that particular content. Okay, fine. So this is what the formula. Okay. Now, what is asked in the question? Now let us see what is asked in the question. The iron and copper losses. So I just take this fourth numerical for the discussion. Yes. So let us discuss this third numerical first. So what is given as per above equations, we have to solve this particular numerical. Let us choose some different color so that so the iron and full load copper losses in 40 kVA. It means what is given? Kilovolt ampere. How much? 40. Iron and full load copper losses. So iron loss Pi. Okay, it is 250 watt. Copper loss 750 watt. Calculate the efficiency. So percentage efficiency question mark. But there are conditions. First, 50%. So 50% load kitna hai? 50%. So it means small n is equal to 50% 100. 50 upon 100. So how much it is? 0.5. 50% means 0.5. And what is the factor? For this case, cos phi is equal to 0. Then second numerical. Second quantity which you have to find out. Find the load at which the efficiency is maximum and a maximum. So load at which efficiency becomes maximum. So load max. It means it is KVA max. So KVA max is question mark. And maximum efficiency, it means percentage eta max. This question mark. What is the power factor value? Over here, the power factor value cos phi is equal to 1. Cos phi is equal to 1. Okay. So guys, now what you have to do? Let us start with this. So first we have to find out the value of percentage efficiency equation. Percentage efficiency is equal to N into VA rating. So what is VA rating? It is 40 kVA multiplied by 1000 multiplied by cos phi divided by N into VA rating multiplied by 1000 multiplied by cos phi plus iron loss plus N square copper loss multiplied by 100%. Okay. Now implies percentage eta is equal to N. N का वैल्यू कितना है 0.5 multiplied by VA 40 kVA. Now 40 kVA means 40 volt ampere, and we are already multiplying it by 1000. So it is already there because we need the quantity in volt ampere, and then it is multiplied by 1000. So we just need the volt ampere quantity, it is 40. And K, for K, we are already multiplying that value by 1000 multiplied by cos phi. Now for first quantity, the value of cos phi, power factor, it is 0.8. So 0.8. Now repeat this numerator in denominator 0.5 multiplied by 40 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 0.8 plus iron loss. Now what is the value of iron loss? Iron loss is 250 watt. Now N square, so it means 0.5 square multiplied by copper loss. So how much copper loss? It is 750 multiplied by 100%. So guys, you have to put this particular values which are written here in the calculator, in the equation. So again, please use calculator. I think all of you know how to use calculator, right? So calculator में क्या करना होगा? Take fractional key. Okay, feed the value 0.5 into 40 into 1000 multiplied by 0.8. Over there only write down 100. There is no percentage sign required to give. 0.5 multiplied by 40 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 0.8. Okay, plus 250 plus 0.5 square into 750 equal to, okay, so it is 97.34%. It is 97.34%. Percentage beta is 97.34%. That's all. Okay. Okay. Now, if we have, let us say, we have to find out the efficiency. यहाँ पर आपको दिया हुआ नहीं है, but still, if we have to find out the efficiency, okay, for full load and unity power factor, we have to find out the efficiency for full load and unity power factor. So in that case, what we have? See, we have full load. Full load, it means the value of N is 1 into 40 into 1000 into unity power factor. It means cos phi ka value, it is 1 multiplied by 100%. So to have the efficiency in percentage. Okay. So now guys, it is again 1 multiplied by 40 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 1. Okay. Plus 250 plus N square. Now what is the value of N? As the value of load is full load, so therefore the value of N is equal to 1. See, this is eta, eta, and this is N be the fractional load. This is given in the derivation. So this is N be the fractional load. N. So N square, it means it is 1 square. N square, it means it is 1 square multiplied by 750. So again, just do the calculations. See, it is 1 into 40. It means you just have to do 40,000. In fact, more than that, then divided by 40,000 plus 250 plus 750. That's all. What is the answer? 97.56. 97.56%. How much increase in the efficiency? Not much. It is just 3-4 and it is 5-6. So how much is the increase in the efficiency? 0.22%. 0.22% so increase. So efficiency is not increasing much. Okay. So this is what the another way of getting the efficiency, like if it is asked for full load and unity power factor. Okay. Full load and unity factor. Now just check another factor, another point which we have to calculate. Second quantity. They said to calculate kVA max. kVA max. Now what is kVA max? kVA max is equal to kVA multiplied by under root of iron loss upon copper loss. Now it is equal to, what is the value of kVA? 40 kVA. Now keep that 40 kVA as it is. It is 40. Don't convert it into volt ampere because it is not asked. No? So 40 kVA multiplied by 250 in square root divided by 750. So just find out the value. Just find out the value. 40 multiplied by, now you have to take 40 multiplied by square root, and in square root you have to take this fractional symbol. So 250 divided by 750. So how much it is? 23.094. 23.094. Now what is the unit of this? It is kilovolt ampere. The only thing is that is the maximum value of kilovolt ampere. That is the maximum value of kilovolt ampere. 23.094. Okay. Now third quantity, what they have asked? They have asked to find out the percentage eta max. So this is load maximum. Upon is load maximum. Now eta max is VA max into 1000 multiplied by cos phi divided by same VA max multiplied by 1000 multiplied by cos phi plus 2 times Pi. 2 times Pi. Okay. Now it is equal to VA max. Now it is already calculated. So put this value 23.094. 23.094. Okay, this is VA max multiplied by 1000. It is already given in the formula. Multiplied by power factor. Now, what is the value of power factor which is for which it is asked? I just checked. This particular power factor is 1. Unity power factor, they said it means it is 1. So multiplied by 1 divided by 23.094. Guys, this is very, very simple. Don't get confused. If you find any difficulty or if you are not understanding anything, please let me know so that we can correct it here itself. Because later on doing discussion on this particular अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि भैया मुझे समझ में नहीं आया और फिर मुझे पता नहीं चला ये पर ये वो फिर बातें फिर like it is of no use. So if you are not getting anything, please let me know. Okay, now this is again put this value 23.094 multiplied by 1000. Right, guys? 1000 multiplied by 1, correct? Multiplied by 100%. Divided by 23.094 into 1000 multiplied by 1 plus 2 into 250. 2 into 250. It is 97.881%. That is what the maximum efficiency of this particular unit is. यानी यहाँ पर आपका जो पर्टिकुलर ट्रांसफॉर्मर दिया हुआ है उसका मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी कितना जा सकता है? It can reach to 97%. it can reach to 97% or rather 98%. 97% or 98%. So this is the way through which we can do the calculation. Okay. Now I just quickly take the another numerical, that is numerical number 4. So in numerical number 4, what is given? A 5 kVA 230 by 230 300 by 230 volt 50 hertz, right? Okay, and we have to find out the efficiency. So यहाँ पर आपको दिया हुआ है, तो 5 kVA 2300 by 230. So now this is here another numerical. Five kVA, right? So 5 kVA means kilovolt ampere. It is 5. Then 2300, 2300. It means input voltage divided by 230 volt. It means V2, frequency 50 hertz. Okay. Then tested copper loss 40, iron loss 40, copper loss 212. So copper loss and iron loss. So iron loss 40 and copper loss 112. 112. Now based on that, we have to find out the efficiency. But for two cases, so percentage efficiency question mark for two cases. First, when the load is 50%, so it means N is equal to 0.5. When the load is full load, it means N is equal to. I just write it here because so that you can understand. Full load means 100%, so it is equal to 1. So what is the value of small n fractional load? The value of small n fractional load is 0.5 or 1. So 5 kV हो गया, 2300 by 230 हो गया, 50 hertz हो गया, iron loss हो गया, copper loss हो गया. Calculate the efficiency of transformer at 0.8 power factor. So it means cos phi, half load and full load. So cos phi 0.8. So can anyone tell me the equation for percentage efficiency? Percentage eta is equal to N VA rating into 1000 into cos of phi multiplied by 100%. Divided by N into VA rating into 1000 into cos of phi into plus iron loss plus N square copper loss. Now N into VA. Now what is the value of N? Now there are two cases. N is equal to 0.5 or for 50%. अगर आप कहोगे सर 70% लोड रहा तो N का वैल्यू कितना रहेगा? N equal to 0.7. 70% of full load. So 70% of full load यानी 70 divided by 100. So it means 0.7. If you say 90% of full load, then 0.9. 60% of full load, 0.6. 62%, 0.62. 65%, 0.65. Like that, we can find out fractional load value. So now N equal to 0.5. So if N equal to 0.5, so 0.5 multiplied by VA. What is the value of VA? It is 5. Multiplied by 1000. Already that 1000 conversion factor is used. Cos phi, power factor, 0.8. Multiplied by 100%. Can someone put the value in the calculator and tell me the answer so that we can complete it fast? Multiplied by 1000. Okay, multiplied by 0.8 plus iron loss. Now, what is the value of iron loss here? I think somewhere that iron loss is also given. $40 watt and 112 watt. Yes. So it is 40 watt and 112 watts. Now N square. Don't forget to write that N square. So it is 0.5 square multiplied by 112. So it is equal to, just see the calculator. So 0.5 multiplied by 5 into 1000 multiplied by 0.8 multiplied by 100 divided by 0.5 plus into 5 into 1000 into 0.8 plus 40 plus 0.5 square into 112. So this answer to this question is 96.712%. Generally I write, this is what the percentage efficient. Therefore, so generally I write three digits after decimal. Generally 3 digits after decimal. Decimal के बाद 3 digits में लिखता हूँ. यहाँ पर 0.712. Okay, so this is first. Now second case में उन्होंने क्या कहा है? The value of n is equal to full load. So full load है इसका मतलब n equal to 1. So percentage eta is equal to n is fractional load, percentage eta is efficiency. So full load में n is 1 multiplied by VA rating same 5 multiplied by 1000 into cos phi का वैल्यू सेम दिया है 0.8 into 100% divided by 1 into 5 into 1000 into 0.8 plus iron loss 40 plus 1 square because n square into 112. So this is now 1 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 0.8 multiplied by 100 divided by 1 into 5 into 1000 multiplied by 0.8 plus 40 plus 112. So how much it is? 96.34. 96.34%. 96.34%. This is what the final value. That's all. हो गया numerical आपका. Okay. Now till now, any problem, any question? Okay. Now if I give you numerical, yes, Pratik.
Sir, what is KVA? Kilovolt amp. Full form.
Pardon?
Sir, what is the full form? KVA.
I think in yesterday's class also I wrote KVA stands for kilovolt ampere. Kilovolt ampere. So volt is the unit of voltage and ampere is the unit of current. So the product of voltage and current with kilo is kilovolt ampere. Okay, as Pratik is asking, if I say kilovolt ampere given as 10 in a numerical with a voltage ratio like in this particular case 2300 by 230 volt, 2300 by 230. So, and if I ask you to find out the full load current primary and secondary, so if I say I1 question mark, I2 question mark, find out the primary and secondary full load currents. So in that case, what we can do? KVA. In yesterday's class, I have told you the formula. KVA is equal to V1 into I1 divided by 1000 equal to V2 into I2 divided by 1000. Now, if I have to find out the value of I1, like in this case, they have asked I1 primary and I2 secondary. So I1 is asked. So I1 is equal to what I can write now? KVA multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 1000 divided by V1 divided by V1. Now KVA तो KVA का वैल्यू कितना है 10 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1000 divided by V1. Now what is the value of V1? V1 is 2300 and V2 is 230. So 2300. Now just do the calculation. So what do you get? 10,000 divided by 2300 is equal to, so what you are getting? 4.348. 4.348 ampere. This is the value of primary current. Primary current. Okay. Now same way I2 can be calculated. I2 is equal to KVA 10 multiplied by 1000 divided by V2, right? So what is the value of V2 now? V2 is equal to 230. So just do the calculation. So definitely it is, just see, it is 43.48 ampere, right? 43.48 ampere. अब यहां पर आप देख सकते हो फ्रेंड्स, like V1 upon V2, which is given here, how much? 2300 upon 230. This is what given, right? Okay, what is transformation ratio? Can anyone tell me what is transformation ratio? As Pratik is asking about KVA, therefore I have just given you what is kilovolt ampere, and like if the kilovolt ampere ka importance, what is the importance of kilovolt ampere? Why this kilovolt ampere is important? This particular concept can give you about idea about this. Okay. Now, what is transformation ratio? Can anyone tell me? Transformation ratio. Okay, I just tell you. K is equal to, if you remember, V2 upon V1 is equal to E2 upon E1 is equal to N2 upon N1 is equal to I1 upon I2. This is your transformation ratio. Okay. Now, if I say, find out the value of K, अगर मैं कहता हूं कि find K question mark, and value of V1 is 2300 and value of V2 is 230. Can you tell me the value of VK? K is equal to, now what is the formula? V2 upon V1. So V2 is 230 and V1 is 2300. So here 230 ones are 230 tens are. So how much it is? 1 upon 10, and therefore it is equal to 0.1. So what is the value of K? K is 0.1. If you ask me, sir, can that K be equal when we have I1 upon I2? Yes, when we will have I1 upon I2. I1 upon I2. Now I1 का वैल्यू कितना है? 4.348. I2 का वैल्यू कितना है? 43.48. Just see, no, this is 4.348 ones are 4.43.48 tens are. So it is again 1 by 10. You can use calculator. If you have a doubt, you can use your calculator. It is 0.1. So that K, that transformation ratio K is same for all the ratios. It would be same. It will be same. Okay. If I say in a particular numerical, say the number of turns of primary, is equal to, say, 200, and number of turns of secondary is equal to, say, 400. Find out transformation ratio. What should be the value of K? Now K is equal to what? N2 upon N1. What is the value of transformation ratio? What is the value of number of turns on secondary? Is 400. What is the value of number of turns on primary? It is 200. So how much value of K? K is equal to 2. K is equal to 2. Okay. If I say the value of voltage on primary side is 230 volts and value of voltage on secondary is 460 volts. What is the value of K? K is equal to V2 upon V1 is equal to 460 upon 230. It is equal to 2. Which it is? It is equal to 2. So this K can be calculated by using transformation ratio. Okay, and KVA can give you the value of say full load currents on primary side as well as on secondary side. Is it clear up to this point? Even from this, we can comment on the step up and step down transformer. Step up transformer, when we say step up, it means what? Like when N1 is like we are going step up, यानी हम लोग ऊपर जाएंगे. ऊपर कब जाएंगे? जैसे प्राइमरी नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स N1 ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे है, N2 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स आपके फोर्थ फ्लोर पे है, तो उसको हम कहेंगे स्टेप अप, यानी हम लोग आगे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. वी आर मूविंग अपवर्ड, सो दैट इज स्टेप अप, हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. सो व्हेन N1 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स आपके ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे है और N2 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स आपके फोर्थ फ्लोर पे है, इट मींस इट इज ग्रेटर देन द नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ N1. सो व्हेन N1 इज लेस देन N2, या फिर आप कह सकते हो और नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स N2 ग्रेटर देन N1, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज स्टेप अप. स्टेप डाउन कब कहोगे? स्टेप डाउन का मतलब क्या हुआ कि आप स्टेप्स नीचे उतरते जा रहे, यू आर मूविंग डाउन. सो यहाँ पर आपका N1 है ऑन फोर्थ फ्लोर एंड N2 इज ऑन ग्राउंड फ्लोर. सो ओवर हियर व्हाट वी कैन से फॉर स्टेप डाउन, आप स्टेप को डाउन कर रहे हो. सो व्हाट वी कैन से दैट N1 is greater than N2, or in other words N2 is less than N1. N1 greater than N2, N2 greater than N2 less than N1. Even for transformation ratio K के बारे में भी हम लोग कह सकते हैं. What we can say for K? K क्या है आपका? K is equal to N2 upon N1. So if K is higher and N1 is lower, if K is higher and N1 is lower, if N2 is higher, if N2 is higher, N1 is lower, so what we can say about K? K आपका higher रहेगा या lower रहेगा? K will be higher. Okay, if N2 is lower and N1 is higher, if N2 is lower and N1 is higher, so K क्या रहेगा? K will be lower, because K is directly proportional to this factor, numerator. K is directly proportional to numerator. So whatever the numerator is, जो numerator कहेगा वही K को सुनना पड़ेगा, जो मैं कहूंगा वही मुझे मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को सुनना पड़ेगा. So it is generally whatever there is in the numerator, that K must follow the same as of numerator. So if numerator is saying higher, K is higher. If numerator is saying lower, the K is lower. Okay, so if I say कि यहाँ पर आपका K higher है, K higher है इसका मतलब क्या है? N2 greater than 1. If N2 greater than N1, it means K greater than 1. If N2 less than N1, then implies K less than 1. अच्छा, कौन से कंडीशन में आपका K इक्वल रहेगा? When N2 equal to N1 both same. When V2 is equal to V1. When V2 is equal to V1, N2 is equal to N1. What we can say? K is equal to 1. Are you getting this concept? So this concept is very simple, guys. स्टूडेंट, और समझने के लिए बहुत आसान है। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशियो के हमने डिफाइन किया है, तो वहां से हमने ये कंसेप्ट निकाला हुआ है। सो स्टेप अप का मतलब क्या है कि ट्रांसफॉर्मर इज ऑफ स्टेप अप टाइप, जहां पर आपका नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स बढ़ रहे हैं। इफ नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स आर इंक्रीजिंग, induced EMF all are also increasing. If induced EMF is also increasing, the voltage on secondary side is also increasing, and therefore what we can say, K greater than 1. Step down, यानी number of turns are decreasing, induced EMF is decreasing, secondary terminal voltage is decreasing, and therefore K is less than 1. But if both the number of turns are same, induced voltages are same, output voltage is equal to input voltage. Right? Okay, can you tell me under which condition the input voltage and output voltage is same? Can you tell me? Okay, I just tell you that condition is called as ideal condition. Under ideal condition, generally we say no, voltage drop is equal to 0. If voltage drop is equal to 0, it means what? Primary voltage is equal to secondary voltage. Even there is one more condition for that. If power loss is equal to 0, it means what? It means what? The input power, that is primary power. Primary power is equal to secondary power, that is output power. Instead of secondary power, I just say output power. So when we have input power and output power, both are same under ideal condition when the power loss is equal to 0. So under ideal condition, voltage drop is equal to 0, power loss is equal to 0, therefore primary voltage is equal to secondary voltage, and therefore input power is equal to output power. Okay. So I think this much is more than sufficient for today's class. Instead of having instead of having discussion on new topic, I think this is more than sufficient for the class. So guys, I just declare that the notes, the syllabus for the subject is discussed, and the syllabus is over for this particular subject, basic electrical engineering. So as we have today's is the last class on basic electrical engineering, I must congratulate you people because we have completed the syllabus finally. Okay. Now, any question? Any query? At least on last lecture, I expect student must speak like the Pooja, Devyani, Devashi, Aditya. From last few classes, the students are, ma'am, I think they are quite busy with the other works. I can understand. Okay, so guys, you don't have any query for discussion. So let us close the lecture. Best of luck for today's continuous assessment 4. And kindly put your attendance. Roll number 1 to 10. Are 60? Sushruth, I am not going to consider your attendance. Sushruth, I am not going to consider your attendance. 1 to 10. 11 to 20. 11 to 20. Okay, do one thing. 25, I am not going to consider. Aniruddha, I am not going to consider your attendance. Now do one thing. 61 to 65. 61 to 65. Okay. 61 to 65. Aryan, I am not going to consider your attendance. 61 to 65. Then 51 to 60. 51 to 60. Rutuja, I am not going to consider your attendance. 51 to 60.
Sir, actually network issue was there.
Here, whatever, no, you accordingly you can put the remark there, na, that sir, there is a network issue, therefore I just want to put my attendance. Shall I put my attendance? You can ask me, no, without asking you. If you are putting it, means there is something wrong, no, something fishy. 51 to 60. Then 41 to 50. 41 to 50. 41 to 50. Okay. 31 to 40. 31 to 40. 31 to 40. Okay. Then 21 to 30. 21 to 30. 21 to 30. Okay. 11 to 20. 11 to 20. Okay, I think 1 to 10 already put their attendance, and in fact 11 to 20 is also has put related with that. So guys, thank you so much. Best of luck for today's continuous assessment 4. Bye bye. Take care. Happy journey. Happy journey.
Thank you,
miss.
sir.
Yeah. So
Thank you, sir.
complete your semester with good percentage and enjoy your life.